Drones, hey, increasingly popular, increasingly being seen a lot of places, but how are they regulated? Well, it takes us to this week's case. Involves a man, Michael Singer. He was, interestingly enough, a physician, inventor, and he was an FAA certified drone operator. Well, he lived in Newton, Massachusetts. Newton, Massachusetts passed an ordinance that prohibited the use of drones below 400 feet anywhere over the city. Well, Michael wasn't pleased with this, so he sued the city of Newton and said, wait a second, that's overly broad. I think you can't have that kind of a regulation. And the case went to federal court. And there the various arguments were heard. First of all, on behalf of Newton, it was said, hang on, this area isn't literally being regulated. The FAA does not regulate the use of drones below 400 feet. They have abdicated that to cities, municipalities, states. Here we are a municipality, and we passed an ordinance that prohibits the use of a drone below 400 feet. Well, on the other side, Michael said, well, hang on a second. If you're prohibiting the use of a drone below 400 feet, you essentially are prohibiting the use of a drone anywhere over the city of Newton, because essentially the FAA doesn't want drones to fly above 500 feet. All right. So what do you do in this case? Judge looking at this said, Michael, you are right. Michael, you are right. You're right because the FAA has attempted to put together a coordinated approach to the regulation of drones. Yes, the FAA does regulate drones above 400 feet. But as to how drones can be regulated below 400 feet, that's left up to the cities, the states, the counties. In this instance, however, we saw that the city went overboard with regard to their regulation and said no drones below 400 feet, essentially prohibiting the use of drones entirely. That is overly broad. More importantly, it conflicts with the regulations of the FAA and doesn't provide for a coordinated approach to the regulation of drones. Therefore, this prohibition on flying below 400 feet is out of here. It's no longer enforceable. And you can fly your drone, but the city of Newton does have the opportunity to redraft this ordinance, and they could come up with some ordinances that have language which really basically provides reasonable regulation of the drones and allows someone to use them in a way that would be compatible with the FAA regulation. Okay, we bring you this case, as you're bringing cases every week, so you understand how the regulation of drones is evolving. Right now there are a number of states, currently about 7 states, that prohibit municipalities and cities and counties from regulating drones. They say that it's the state that needs to regulate the drone. That's not true in all states. So in some respects, this area where drones operate from the ground up to 400, 500 feet is an area that in some instances is going without any regulation. All right, well, we'll see where this all goes. You've heard it here. We bring you this case every week. This case, not only this case, but other cases every week. So you understand how the law works. I'm David Allen.